Hello, hello, mic test, 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 test. Hello, can everybody hear me okay? Good evening, everybody. Welcome for today's session of Call of Cthulhu. If you saw me mess up earlier, no, you didn't. No, you didn't. I'm a new streamer. This is my first YouTube stream, okay? Welcome. Hearing loud and clear. I'm glad. How is my voice in relation to the background music? Everything sounds okay? Alright, we're gonna switch over to probably the guest of the night, Miss Amaryllis live. Can we do a mic test?
Mic test, 1 2 1 2.
Mic
Hello.
test, 1 2 1 2. Can everybody hear her okay? Yeah, everything's okay? Sounds pretty good and voice is pretty. No, you're pretty. Rin sounds good. Alright, gotta be honest with me, guys. Can you hear the background music or not? Good luck on my first YouTube stream. Thank you! Background music is barely audible? That's not supposed to happen. Let's see what's going on here. We can hear rain. I mean, it is supposed to be quiet. As long as you can kind of hear it, that's fine. How about now? Can you hear it now? There you go. Okay. Alright, but it's quiet. Okay. Okay. Alright, as long as you guys can kind of hear it, that's fine. You're not meant to be able to hear it super loud or anything because it is ambient music. But let me know if you can't hear it at all because then that's a problem. Okay? Okay. So, how do you feel about the scenario, Rin?
I have no idea what's happening.
That's
I don't know what's gonna happen.
supposed to be how you feel, though.
Oh, well, then I guess it works out.
Well, you're supposed to come in blind to the scenario, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
You did a good job, so I have no idea.
So the prompt for today's scenario is Rin's character is going to awaken on her own in a stark white room that looks like a hospital. It seems that she's been hit by lightning. She doesn't remember anything and she does not know who she is. Our estimated playtime is going to clock in at around 1 hour and 30 minutes. The genre of the overall scenario is a modern day city scenario. Okay? That's the information that I gave Rin beforehand. Now you guys have it too. Rin, do you want to start with maybe like a quick character introduction?
Yeah, sure. So I'll be playing. Oh my gosh, I'm fumbling already. I'll be playing Delilah Jacobs. She is a Southern gal who has basically made it her personal mission to climb up to the coding world and pretty much take over. She thinks that even though she's small and people kind of look down on her a little bit, she won't let it stop her. So that's her whole mission, essentially. But she lives in the city now, but she never got rid of the southern accent. Or maybe we'll get rid of it during the scenario. Who knows?
Wait, are you going to talk in a southern accent for us?
We'll see.
We'll see.
Maybe she forgot her southern accent, conveniently.
How does one forget?
With the lightning.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I can take that. I'd take that. So we have some stats that I'll just quickly show everybody by zooming in here. You can tell this is a Google Doc because the Google Doc selection at the bottom. So she has a strength of 60, constitution 40, power 40, dexterity 60, APP is a whopping 75, which is really high. So she's like really pretty. She's really pretty. Her size is 45, intelligence 70, education is 70, sanity we're starting at 40, idea 70, luck 70, and her knowledge is 70. The skills that we're bringing along for her is a 90 in computer use, 80 in engineering, 60 in persuade, 70 in charm, 40 in animal handling, 50 in electronics, 40 in spot hidden, and 50 in survival. Okay. So by the nature of Call of Cthulhu, when we roll our rolls, Rin, you're going to be wanting to roll as low as possible. 95, so we're rolling on one dice. It's a 100-sided one dice. 95 and above is a critical failure, so something bad might happen if you roll a 95 or above. And generally, you're going to want to roll below the number of your stats. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. So guys, I'm going to be switching off the chat now. I will be able to see if you let me know about volume, but other than that, we're not going to be very responsive. I'm very sorry about that, but we'll have a just chatting on Twitch afterwards, okay? Okay. So, if we are ready, Miss Rin.
Oui.
All right, ready to get in character? You want to give me a practice run of your southern drawl really quickly?
No.
No, why not?
I'm too shy. I can't.
I thought you were gonna do it during the scenario.
I was going to. We'll see. We'll just get started. I don't think I can do it if I'm just talking to you. I get really flustered.
Okay, then we will begin. Katashiro.
Oh, the music's gone.
The music is gone.
Hi.
You open your eyes. You appear to be in a hospital room of some sort. No, to be exact, it appears to be a operating room. Your head pulses with a terrible headache and everything feels so heavy, like it's made out of lead. As you lay there, you're able to take some actions. So, Miss Delilah, she has just woken up in a odd white room. What is her very first reaction?
She will look around, look at her body, and she's gonna look down just to make sure, everything's intact. She's not like being operated on or anything.
Okay.
And yeah.
Yeah, so she does look to be intact and there is nothing going on. What would Miss Delilah have with her on a regular day, just on her person?
She would have her bag. Her bag would have her cell phone. And then she also has her laptop inside of her bag as well.
Mhm.
And then maybe some just like perfume and lip gloss. Or not lip gloss, lip balm, sorry.
Okay. Does she have a wallet on her by any chance?
No, she uses her phone.
She uses her phone.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
All right then. So Miss Delilah, upon waking up, finds that she does not have a wallet on her and she also does not have her cell phone. Okay?
Oh no.
Actually, she has nothing on her at all that would tie back to what you said. But you can keep your lip balm. I'll let you keep your lip balm.
Oh,
Okay.
excellent.
All right. So as you lay there, there is suddenly a firm on the door.
Hello? Hello? Who's there?
You seem to have finally woken up. My name is Marlo. I'm the doctor of this place. You were hit by lightning and we had to carry you to the hospital. Do you remember any of that?
Lightning? Me? I don't seem to recall. Where am I?
Well, you're just in a nearby local hospital. You were found just nearby here. And now, Miss Delilah, if I could get you to please roll a idea roll.
Okay. I will roll idea.
Fantastic, you succeeded. So, you remember the sensation of being hit by a strong wave of light, but strangely, you can't seem to remember anything from beyond that point. You do remember some very basic things that you would consider to be common sense. But every detail about you, yourself, seems to have completely disappeared from within yourself.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Can she like move her fingers and toes and everything? Is she like restrained on the bed or?
She is not restrained.
Okay, so she'll sit up then. If she's laying, she'll sit up to kind of face Marlo and kind of just silently take in everything for a little bit before looking at Marlo a little more inquisitively. Marlo, you say? Do you happen to have a phone on? Well, I don't suppose a phone will help me right now.
Well, you could make a phone call. Do you remember who you'd want to call? Any next of kin?
Did I have anything on me?
All you had was this lip balm. She hands you some lip balm.
No, I can't say that'll help. I seem to have lost my memory of sorts, and honestly, I'm not quite sure where I'm supposed to be.
Your memory? Why don't we start with something basic? Do you remember your name?
Not quite.
Maybe where you came from? Anything like that?
I remember a light, a flashing white light. It was dark and that's all I can seem to think of.
A flashing light. That could have very, very well been that lightning that you were hit by. And that's all you remember, huh? That's very odd. Looks like we might need to hold you for some medical examination. Maybe you'll feel a bit under the weather, but let's give it a bit, and I'm sure you'll feel a bit better if you rest up.
All right, thank you. Do you happen to have any of those pain relievers for headaches?
Oh yeah, absolutely. And Marlo will dig around in her little doctor's coat, and she holds out a bottle of painkillers, and she'll just like give them to you.
Nice.
So then Marlo kind of straightens up and she says, I'd like to look over you for at least a few days. Maybe I'll have to ask you to stay here for about 3 days or so. Is that all right with you?
3 days? Well, I guess I don't have anywhere else to be, so fine by me.
Right on. I'm sure you can tell, but this is an operating room. Unfortunately, I don't have any other rooms available at the moment. I'll have to ask you to stay here. I'm sorry for the clutter.
Yeah, that's no problem. How long has it been since the lightning, do you know?
You were carried here early this morning. It really only has been about 5-6 hours.
All right. Well,
Well, in that case, maybe we can try a brain puzzle of some kind, and it'll help you get you back on your feet.
yeah, sure.
All right. With that being said, Marlo reaches into her pocket and she pulls out a piece of paper.
Oh, paper. oh no, brainwork.
And the doctor says, this is a very commonly known it's a type of thought experiment. It's called the prisoner's dilemma. Have you heard of it?
I think I have seen it once or twice.
All right. Would you like me to explain it to you?
Yes, please do.
Okay, then. So, you and I have been apprehended by the police as 2 suspects of a crime. We have the option now of choosing to stay silent, or we get to confess to the crime. Right? So if you look at this diagram, so let's say that you're prisoner A and I'm prisoner B. Our prison sentence changes depending what we choose to do. So if you choose to stay silent and I also stay silent, then we each get 2 years in prison. But if you confess and I stay silent, then you get 0 years in prison and I get 10 years. Makes sense? And if you confess and I confess, then we each get 5 years in prison. You following me?
Well, that doesn't sound very nice, but yes, I follow.
You're right. The average person wouldn't want to spend much time in prison, I'd say.
That makes sense.
So, I was thinking that you and I, at the count of 3, could say out loud what we would choose to do, assuming that you're prisoner A and I'm prisoner B.
All right.
All right.
I'm
Do you
ready.
have an answer in your head?
I do.
All right, then, on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Confess.
Silence? Oh. You done me dirty, Marlo.
Oh dear. Why is it that you chose silence?
I like to think that everyone seems to get their chance before, but, I just had this inkling of an idea you wouldn't backstab me the second I turned, but alas, I'll remember this one.
Oh man. So was your belief in me the reason that you chose to stay silent?
I would say, I think I believed in both of us, If we're both doing something wrong, we would probably have each other's back, or at least I would think I wouldn't work with somebody who would backstab me, but who knows, right?
Oh, you sound awfully confident about this. Have I gotten a criminal in my hospital room here? You sound like you've already thought this out.
No, of course not, darling. No, not criminal. Not me, never.
Not at all. You sure?
Do I look like a criminal to you?
Not at all.
That's what I thought.
So that means that you've chosen to stay silent, and that means that you get 10 years in prison, and I get 0 years.
I can't believe this. I'm writing this down.
It's interesting though that you would choose to believe somebody who was I suppose an accomplice of yours. I would think that considering that you're both criminals, perhaps you'd have less faith in the other person.
I feel like you would work with people that would work with you well, I like to give them the benefit of the doubt.
That makes sense. You're very benevolent.
I don't know if I'd say that, but,
Well then, thank you for the conversation, but I do have to go on and examine my next patient.
All right. Well, thank you, Marlo. I'll remember you.
I'll be back to check on you in the evening. You have a good day.
Sounds like a plan.
And with that being said, the doctor, taking the piece of paper with her, leaves the room.
Farewell, doctor.
Goodbye, doctor. So here, you're still laying on the bed in an operating room and your body feels heavy. But if it's just within arm's reach of yourself, you're able to do a little bit of investigating. So, can I get you to please roll a spot hidden?
Yes. Let's do that. Here we go.
Oh! I recommended that you take spot hidden, but you took it so low. You took like a 40.
I didn't know what it meant.
But that's okay. So around you, you find a bedside monitor as well as some instruments. You have the option to investigate both or neither, or just one.
I'll investigate the instruments.
The instruments, okay. So on a stand near your bed, a variety of instruments are neatly laid out next to each other. There's no scalpels or anything knife-like in sight. You do realize that these instruments don't look like they could be usable for surgery. Rather than instruments, you get the feeling that they're more tool-like in nature.
I thought you meant like there was a banjo next to her. And I was like, what?
In a hospital room? No, they're like surgery instruments.
Okay. That makes more sense. All right.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. All right. So can you describe to me like the shape of it a little bit?
Okay. There's nothing that's particularly sharp that you would think could be used as a medical tool. There are some items that you think might belong more so in a shed.
Okay. Strange. All right.
Repair items.
Okay. And then what am I wearing right now?
What are you wearing right now? Well, what would you have been wearing? How about you tell me that?
I would have been wearing a nice floral dress.
That's
You know,
exactly
like
what you're wearing.
okay, and it has pockets, and that's where my lip balm is.
Okay.
So I would like to pocket one of these instruments, these non-banjos. Yes.
All right, you can take one of the instruments. Do you take a big one or a small one?
I'll take a small one. I'm
Alright.
modest.
Okay, so you've pocketed one of the small instruments. Okay. Other than that, you do also have a bedside monitor that you're able to investigate. Did you want to?
Yes, please.
Okay, do you want to give me a spot hidden roll, please?
No.
You're gonna have to do it.
Oh my goodness! Wow.
Oh, you
98 and two.
succeeded! Oh, wow! Congratulations! You got a 2. That's a critical success.
Oh wow.
So
Critical fail and success.
yeah, you got a critical success. Oh my god. The bedside monitor seems to be there to indicate abnormalities in a patient's heart rate or blood pressure. It seems to be pretty heavy-handed, considering you didn't think that you were so badly off that you would need one of these. But perhaps you were in a worse condition than you'd initially thought. But you do come to realize that this instrument is not connected to you in any way currently.
Okay. Is it running then?
It is not running.
Okay, so it's off right now?
Oh, I see. No, sorry, it's on.
Okay.
It is
I see,
on.
I see. And can I see my reflection through the screen, like just briefly at all?
Yeah. You can see the numbers 97 and 98, and you can also see your reflection.
Okay. And is anything wrong with my face? Is there any deformations, anything of the sort?
You don't quite remember, but you don't quite remember what you're supposed to look like.
That's fair. That's fair.
But you don't really get the feeling that anything is really wrong per se with your face.
Okay. Sounds good. All right.
All right. Would you like to do any other action?
Where is the monitor hooked up to? Just like how far is it from me, and kind of what else is in the room? Is it just everything I see in the photo right now, or is there anything else?
So it's directly next to the bed, but it's connected to the wall, to a wall outlet, and it's not connected to anything else.
All right. Okay. Then I don't have any other actions.
Okay, fantastic. In that case, as you are doing that, you are suddenly aware that there is a door on the far left-hand side of the room, but you're much too tired to reach it. And suddenly there is a voice from the other side.
Hello? Is someone there?
Hello. Who are you?
Oh, hi. There is. I'm from next door. I'm also from this hospital.
Next door. Are the walls pretty thin then?
Oh yeah, I guess they are, cause I can hear you.
Oh, I see. Do you have? Oh, sorry. Where are my manners? What's your name?
Hi, my name's Lauder. What's yours?
I'm so sorry, darling. I don't quite recall.
Oh, interesting. That's you too?
Yeah. How long have you been here?
I've been here ever since well, I got into an accident a long time ago, and I don't know. It was pretty bad though. And I've been here ever since.
Oh, ever since that. What kind of accident do you remember?
It was a traffic accident.
Oh, that's quite unfortunate. I'm so sorry to hear that.
That's okay. Do you have any interesting stories, like from outside the hospital?
I don't quite recall if I.
Oh, right. You don't remember.
I'm so sorry.
That's really weird. Actually, the person who was in the room before also seemed to have lost their memories, so I guess maybe you're in a room that
Oh,
houses people like that.
oh heavens, no. That sounds awful. Oh my goodness. Did you ever talk to the person before?
Yeah, I did. They all said that they lost their memories.
That's Did they say why or how? Perhaps?
No, none of them did.
And dare I ask what happened of them?
What happened of them? Well, I don't know. They would leave the room and I wouldn't hear of them again.
All right. Well,
Do
if I
you?
leave, then I'll make sure to tell you if I leave. So if I
That
don't
would be
tell
great.
you, something's up. I'm betting it's Marlowe.
There's no way. My mom's a really great doctor, so I'm sure she just cured them.
Oh, I'm so sorry, darling.
No, it's okay. I know she comes off a little bit odd sometimes, but she's a really good person. She actually saved me from when I was really young. I was actually an orphan, and she picked me up. And even though I'm really sick, and I got into this accent, she's still taking care of me.
Oh, that's mighty sweet of her. How long have you been with her then? Like, however long you've been in the hospital, then I'm assuming?
I don't know how long I've been in the hospital, to be honest. It's been quite a while, but I've been with her ever since I was very young. The truth is I haven't actually called her mom to her face yet, but I was thinking once she's been trying to bring me back to help, and I was thinking once she does, I would properly call her mom.
Oh, that's very sweet. Is there anyone else working here, or is it just you and your mom?
Um, there should be other people, but usually I only talk to my mom.
Hmm, interesting.
Yeah.
Did you happen to hear anything about, since you can hear what's going on in the room, did you hear anything when I was brought in?
No, sorry, I don't think so.
Hmm. All right. And sweetheart, may I have your name again?
My name is Lauder.
Lauder. All right. I'll remember that. Thank you, darling.
Yeah, nice to meet you, Delilah.
Eh? Sorry, what was that you said?
Oh, sorry.
It's nice to meet you too.
um,
Sorry. And that being said, suddenly a heavy sleepiness seems to assault Delilah suddenly. It seems your stamina hasn't yet come back. And as you're about to drop off to sleep, you hear the voice next door say, "Good night" to you.
Good night.
Good night.
Okay, so Delilah sleeps and she sleeps. And then she wakes up. As expected, she's laying in the operating room, but something is strange. Your vision seems to be flickering into monochrome and back again as if it's distorting. And as you're worrying about what is going on with your vision, the doctor again returns.
What? Marlo, is that you?
It would be me. You all right?
What did you give me? What on earth did you give me?
Give you? What? I didn't give you anything.
Am I heavily sedated or something? What is going on? I can't quite see right, and I have 20/20 vision. This doesn't make any sense, right? I was able to see earlier, so I would assume that What is going on? You're like flickering.
Wait a second. Please calm down. I haven't given you any kind of medication. Nothing. What's that about your vision? What were you saying?
I can't quite see. It's flickering. I don't know how to explain it. It's just going in and out, and I can't see the color anymore, and I'm not quite sure what's going on.
So there's something wrong with your vision. Is that am I understanding correctly?
Oh, that's correct. Can I still move? Let me see. Am I still able to move?
Yes, you are able to move, but you're similarly sluggish as earlier.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah. But you don't feel particularly worse in any way. If anything, you might even feel a little bit better.
Okay.
Okay. So the doctor's a little bit flustered at all of this, and she's like, perhaps we should examine you a little bit further on. You should be fine given some time, so no need to worry.
All right. What about the other patients?
The other patients? Pardon me?
What happened to the other patients? You know, the ones who used to be in this room before?
Oh, well, I mean, as per the regular hospital visit, they just got better and they went on their way. They were discharged.
All right. Well, I trust you, Marlo. Don't let me lose my trust in you again.
I don't have any logic puzzles that are quite so animosity driving anymore. But on that topic, I do have more puzzles that maybe we could go through together. I'll help you get your memories back, maybe.
If I can see them, I hope they're not color puzzles.
Oh, they're not, thankfully. But let me pull it out. And with that being said, the doctor pulls out a diagram again. This one's called the Ship of Theseus. Are you familiar with it?
I don't think so.
All right, let me explain. A man named Theseus sailed forward on a boat. Over the course of his trip, the old wooden parts of the ship gradually became replaced by newer steel parts. By the end of the trip, the entirety of the ship's parts had been replaced. Now, would it be right to call the ship at the end of the trip the same ship that had left harbor?
No, I don't think so.
No. Well, why is that?
Well, all the parts were slowly being swapped out, no?
That's
But
correct.
actually, well, it depends. Where did the original parts go after they were swapped out?
Well, they were heavily damaged, so they got impounded.
Then, yeah, I would say it's probably not the same boat. that
Not
left.
the same boat, huh? Not at all.
Mm-hmm.
Huh. But that being said, say you were waiting for a loved one to arrive on this boat, right? And the ship's name is Theseus. With them approaching on this new steel ship, would you not still say that they were indeed riding the same ship?
Well, I guess when you put it that way, that's fair. But if you replace a human with all robotic parts and they no longer have a brain, and they're just AI at that point, would you call them the same person?
I would, personally.
Oh, all right. Well, then I guess there you have it, the difference in our views.
Well, as long as they have their memories and they have their personality intact, then why would it not be the same person, even if the brain was mechanical?
That's true. But what if the memories are different? What if it's AI? It's not the same. Because the boat doesn't have memories. The boat's just, the parts. But when it comes to a human, it's a little different, no?
That's true. But would you not say then that the parts of the ship that were replaced is actually more similar to the human's body?
That's a good point.
If we're going to compare it to a person, let's say that you lost use of each of your limbs over time, and medical science was able to restore each of your limbs, but in a mechanical form. Would you then no
That's
longer
fair.
call yourself yourself?
Wow. Marlo, you seem to be quite smart. I'll give it to you. You'll
I'm a
win this
doctor, after
round.
all. Takes a lot of studying to get where I am.
Of course.
Well, in that case, now that we've done a little bit of studying up on the ship, I do have other patients to attend to, so I'll come back tonight to check on your eyes.
All right. Thank you, Marlo.
Okay. And with that said, the doctor again takes her ship paper and she leaves.
Farewell.
And now you are still laying on a operating room bed. Your body feels sluggish and heavy, but it seems you're able to move around a bit more than yesterday. You find yourself able to walk around the room and take a look at the things within it. Would you like to do that?
Yes, I would.
All right.
She would.
She would, yeah. So nearby there is something that looks like a heating device as well as a bunch of files.
I'll look at the files, or she'll look at the files. Oh,
Okay, can I get a spot hidden roll, please, or something similar?
What is similar to spot?
Let's see what you have. You could probably handling. I think you only have spot hidden in your stuff. I'm sorry, Miss Delilah. This fail. Oh no. That's all right. So on a shelf that is placed away from the bed is what looks like a registry of past patients. This is what the registry looks like.
All right. Interesting. Never seen none of these names before. What is that?
As you're looking at the names, you realize that there is a little bit more writing on the back page. And it reads, I can't find anyone who has high compatibility scores for both attributes. I will continue to search for a suitable person among future patients. And then, neatly clipped to the back of the page is an image. It appears to be of the doctor as well as a young girl.
Oh, now isn't that sweet? I bet that's her.
Okay. Are you satisfied looking over the files?
Well, she's contemplating what the compatibility means, but yeah, I think we're good.
Okay. Then the only other thing in the room is that you can reach currently is the heating device.
All right, she will look at the heating device then.
Okay, spot hidden, please.
Oh, goodness.
Come on, let's go! Oh, wow! Success. Oh my god, you got a 40. You needed a 40, you got a 40. Good job.
Oh gosh.
So a few paces away from the bed, there seems to be a heating device designed to maintain body temperature at normal levels. You get the impression that this device should be letting out warm air, but it's actually letting out cold air. Beyond the cold air, it's also emanating a different sort of vapor, but you're not sure what that vapor is.
Does anything smell different in the room or over by the vapor?
Nothing smells different.
Strange.
Are you satisfied investigating?
I think so. And then is that a clock on the wall or is there no clock?
Sure, there can be a clock on the wall.
And then is there any, does she still know how to tell time?
She remembers basic things that were common sense. Right? So yeah, okay. She can tell time.
Okay. What time is it?
Let's say it's around, so you slept an entire night through, and let's say it's around 10 a.m.
All right. Sounds good.
All right, so you're good. You're satisfied?
Yeah. Does she have any sort of is there any sort of hunger feeling coming up or nothing of the sort?
Nothing right now, just a sluggishness. You get the feeling you might feel a little too ill to be hungry.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay then, we will move on. In that case, after looking around a little bit and your stamina being depleted more and more, again, you hear a voice from next door.
How are you feeling?
Oh, is that you? I saw this little photo of... Oh, so sorry. You asked me a question. My manners. I'm feeling probably worse than yesterday. I feel, physically maybe 2% better, but do you know anything about people who lose their vision?
Oh, weird. Your eyes are doing something weird? That's the
Yeah.
first time I've heard of symptoms like that.
Do you happen to know any of the previous patients? Like, did they tell you their name?
Yeah, they did tell me their names, like, Humi and stuff. Well, beforehand, like, people mostly said that they felt dazed or that their conversations weren't making sense, like, symptoms like that.
Ah, I see. Well, did you sleep well?
I did sleep well. Did you?
I slept so well that I don't remember anything. No dreams whatsoever.
Still nothing? Oh, man. But yeah, like, I guess a lot of people who come here are usually okay the first day, and then afterwards they start to act a little weird the next day. So, I'm actually really glad that you're still doing okay.
Weird how so, would you say? What kind of weird are we talking?
Like they act like they're not feeling so good, and like maybe they're a little dazed, like their head is a little bit odd.
I see. Well, that's my head was hurting a little bit yesterday, but I don't know if it feels like what you're describing right now.
Yeah, seems like it's just your eyes at least, which is not too bad.
I don't know. I swear, if you were here in my shoes and you suddenly can't see color, I don't know if you would say the same thing. It seems like it's flickering in and out, and I'm not too sure what's going on.
Well, actually, the truth is I can't really see anything. I haven't been able to move or see since the accident.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh, I completely. Oh no. I'm
No,
so
no,
sorry.
it's okay. I'm just happy I can hear you.
Oh, you're such a sweetheart.
I hope your memory comes back to you soon, though.
Yeah, when I do, I promise I'll tell you lots of stories, all right?
Really? Oh
Yeah,
my gosh.
of course.
Then once you get well and I get well too, would you maybe come visit in person? And we can like just talk and you can tell me all your stories and maybe I'll tell you about my mom.
Yeah, it's a promise. That sounds mighty fine to me.
It's a promise.
And with that, again, you find a thick tiredness washing over you. Though you're able to walk around earlier, it doesn't seem that your stamina has returned to you quite yet. As the thick fog asleep drags your consciousness down, you hear the voice next door say again, "Good night."
Good night.
Good night, I guess.
Okay. So again, you sleep, and you sleep, and you sleep for a very long time. You sleep for what feels like an entire night. And then you wake up. As usual, you find yourself laying on the bed of an operating room, but your vision seems to have finally cleared up. You also feel much better than yesterday. And as you're being kind of happy because your vision is better, the doctor arrives again, and she's, good morning.
Marlo, I can see you in 4K, crystal clear, clear as
4K
day.
is that something that 4K is that something that you generally attribute to real life?
It's fine. It's fine. Don't worry about it. But
All right.
I can see it's like, did you give me something while I slept or?
Well, the truth is, yeah, I did pop by earlier, and I just took a quick look at your eyes and treated you.
How so? What do you mean you treated me? What did you treat me with?
Just some eye fluid. Yeah. And you can see it again?
Yeah, I can see again. Give me more of that eye fluid, honestly.
I don't know about this stuff. It's pretty potent. It's ultra strong eye fluid. It really moisturizes your eyeballs.
Oh, thank you. Really appreciate that one, Doc.
Well, if it seems that your vision's back to normal, then I guess the only thing left is to get your memories back.
It seems so, yeah.
All right. Well, if you're feeling all right, then perhaps you're down for another puzzle?
You just like to test your patience, don't you, Marlo?
It's not that I enjoy testing my patience, just simply to try and see if we can jog something in your memories.
Sure.
All right, then. This one is called the Survival Lottery. Have you heard of it?
No, but I have a bad idea that I think I know what this is about.
Well, this one's another thought experiment. I believe it's Thomas Hobbes who originally wrote it. But so imagine this. You and I live in a society. A lottery is held among completely healthy individuals in this society. And if a healthy individual draws the winning lot, then they are killed.
Oh.
Then their healthy organs are extracted from their body and distributed among people who need organ transplants. This operates under the assumption that the organ transplants will always succeed. The lottery cannot be tampered with and will always be fair. And it is impossible to conduct organ transplants without killing someone.
Oh my.
All right. What do you think about this? Like the moral aspect of it.
That's quite dim, honestly.
Dim? How come?
I mean, for the people who are healthy, it's dim. For those waiting for transplants, I suppose they might be quite happy, but do they know what's happening for them, you know?
This is completely normal in this society, yes.
Oh, well then, I wonder. Yeah.
Do you think this is the right thing to do, though? Like, what if our actual society was like this? Would you like that?
I don't know if right or wrong is the term I'd use here, I think. If this is the society they're used to, then they're probably that's right for them. But for our society, I don't know if I would say one person equals another, so we can just swap them out all willy-nilly. So I'm not sure if I would say we should, conduct this in our society nowadays.
So you're saying that it wouldn't be right to kill somebody to save 5 or 10 others?
Oh, so it's 1 for 5.
Some arbitrary number that's, I suppose, bigger than 1.
I see. Well, this is one of them thinking questions, huh?
It is indeed a thinking question.
And we don't know anything about these people. We don't know anything about the ones who are getting killed.
No.
We don't know if they're good or bad, or they're just people.
We simply know that the one being killed is healthy.
And then however many people get the organs, they all recover, right?
They all 100% recover.
Oh, I feel like something rubs me the wrong way, but I can't quite put my finger on it.
Huh, rubs you the wrong way. Do you want to maybe try explaining?
I feel like it's just, there's something about killing somebody. Even though, yeah, you're giving their death to better... Okay, I shouldn't say better cause, but to a different cause, and it could save these people's lives, but in return, you're killing someone, And like you said, Marlo, I don't look like a villain or anything. I don't look like a bad guy. So I don't know if I would be the one to say, yes, let's kill people for these organ transplants. So I guess that's why I'm a little on the fence, I feel like if you were to put me in a situation where I have to answer this question, I would go with my gut feeling and probably say no. I don't think it's right.
So maybe if I flip it around for you. So it sounds like you're against killing by lottery because it sounds like murder to you. On the other hand, these people who need organ transplants, by not giving them these organ transplants when we could have, would you not also call that murder?
That's true. That is true. You've got a point there.
And this time it'd be murder en masse.
You're right. Now you've turned me into a murderer, Marlo. Come on. I can't believe you said no more of these bad puzzles, and here you are. Hey, by the way, you're a murderer. Oh my goodness.
Well, I mean, the last one was just a boat.
Oh,
So I did
yeah,
give
but
you a break.
now this is murder.
This is murder.
Interesting.
I'm very curious what you think about it.
Well, what would you do then? I'm just curious. I know you're looking for my opinion, but would you say okay to killing by lottery then to provide the organ transplants if you were the one being killed? Or if you were in the organ transplant spot?
Regardless of what position I was in, I would have to say no. I'm a doctor, after all.
That's fair.
Doctors have
That's
to have
fair.
moral standing.
That is fair. Yeah.
All right, then. Well, I think I've dug your brain enough. I guess I'll be taking my leave. I do have some other patients. But I think you sound like you're well enough to be discharged by tomorrow. So if you want to just take some rest, and I'm sure your memories will return to you eventually.
I've got a quick question, Doc, if you don't mind.
Yeah, absolutely.
What is the compatibility thing?
Compatibility?
I saw your name written over there on some of the files. I was able to walk over there earlier, and I saw you were listed as, I don't know, 97, 98% compatible in one row and not that compatible in a second row, something like that.
That's just a mind game of my own, I suppose. A puzzle similar to what I've been showing you.
Ah, I see. And might this question have to do with Lauder?
You've met her.
Yes, she's been real kind. She tells me every night before I sleep, good night, and I almost wonder if she's the one knocking me out, you know?
No, she wouldn't be able to do that. She's not very able-bodied.
Yeah, she is sweet though, for sure.
Yeah, she really is. It's kind of awkward. I didn't expect that you'd met her by now. Well, I'm glad that she had someone to chat with. Thank you.
Yeah, of course. All right, well, I won't keep you in any for more. Go on your way, Doctor.
Right on. And you have a good rest.
Thank you.
And that being said, the doctor puts away her papers, and then she leaves.
Dun, dun, dun.
So, at this point, you do spend a few hours dozing on and off, trying to get your stamina back. And when you wake up, you realize that you feel much, much better than you have. And you may even be able to just walk around and try the doors. So you're welcome to do that, or you're welcome to investigate the room more, whatever you would like.
And you said there's one door, or there's multiple?
There's
Or
two
just-
doors. There's one door that you know for sure leads you to Lauder's room, and then there's another door that leads outside into the hall.
All right, well, Miss Delilah will go over to Lauder's room. Knock first, of course, to be polite.
Lauder? I think Laura's asleep.
Lauder, are you there?
So there's... Oh, there she is.
She woke up.
Can you move around now? I'm so glad.
Yeah, I can. It's like a miracle, honestly. My body feels quite a bit better, and I figured, what more than to say hello to you first, if you'd like.
That's awesome. Are you gonna be discharged now?
We'll see what Marlo says when she comes back. I'm not sure yet, though.
Yeah, well, when I get better, let's hang out for sure, okay?
Yeah. I guess I could give you something as a promise, huh? Is there a pen in this room? Is there a pen or a paper of some sort here?
Does that then mean, Delilah, that you'd like to go into the room?
She wants to look in the room that she's in right now to see, because there were the files, so she wants to just see if there's any pens or papers.
Unfortunately, there is no pen that you see around.
Okay. All right. Well, well, Lauder, I was thinking that I could come in if you'd like. If not, that's okay. I can take my leave now. But
Can you? Yeah, can you? I'd love to see you. Oh, well, not see you, but
yeah, of course. All right. Delilah will enter the room.
Okay, in that case, Delilah walks into the next room. The room you come to is dim. The center of the room seems to be flickering with some sort of faint glow. There, you come across a bed. And on top of that bed, you realize there is a figure.
Oh, dear.
Would you like to take a closer look at the bed, Delilah?
Lauder, is that you over there?
yeah, I can hear your footsteps. Are you there?
I'm there. Do you have any... Can you tap on the bed you're on or anything of the sort?
Well, like I said earlier, I can't really move.
Oh, well, that's all right. Well, it's quite dim in here, but I'll bravely make my way over to you. And she's going to hold the instrument very, very tightly.
So holding the instrument up, Delilah goes up to the bed and takes a closer look and realizes you are laying on that bed. This is unmistakably you, but you're also here, standing beside the bed. You stand there and stare at this version of you that continues to silently lay on the bed before you. If you're standing here, then who is this person that looks identical to you, unconscious on the bed? Why does it appear that there are two of you? I have a sanity check, please.
Oh, gosh. I can already tell you I'm going to fail this one.
Fail. Please roll 1d10 for damage.
Wait, how do I...
Just type 1d10.
Okay, 1d10.
You take 10 points of damage to your sanity, please.
Oh, just to my... Oh, thank goodness.
So it's down to 40. Or 30.
30.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, dear.
Go ahead. So you've lost 10 points of sanity in one go. That means that your character is quite hysterical. Okay? All right. It's strange. You heard Lauder's voice right up to the point that you walked up, but oddly, you can't identify any other person in the room with you. And slowly, you realize that there is something beside the bed. A cylinder stands there, connected to some sort of machinery. It seems to be filled with some sort of greenish liquid, and something is floating within it. Lauder's voice was coming from the machine connected to that cylinder. Does Delilah give any kind of reaction?
Oh, good heavens. This is how it ends. The doctor's coming. The doctor's going to take my body, and my body's going to be gone. What am I now? Is this a twin? Maybe I have a twin. Maybe I have a twin. Oh, Thank heavens. Goodness gracious. So we'll call that one number 2, and I'll be number 1 because that one doesn't seem to be talking. Lauder, did you know you have me in the room next to you? Lauder, is that you in the little is that you?
Yeah, I'm in here. Yeah. What's going on?
No, it seems that I have a twin. That's all.
And as you are being confused, the doctor arrives.
Oh, Arlo, how you doing?
Hello. I didn't expect you to be able to walk around already. This was a miscalculation.
Oh, I'm so sorry. What can I say? I wanted to see Lauder and I wanted to say hello, and here I found you've been keeping my twin.
Maybe I'll get... Lauder, would you be able to go to sleep for a little bit? And with that said, she reaches behind the cylinder and she flicks a switch. And the light turns off.
Fuck.
Well, what do you think?
Well, I think part of me is losing it. I'll be honest, Doctor. Because I'm pretty sure, I don't actually know, maybe I do have a twin, but the likelihood of me having a twin is very, very low. So, I'd like to say this is probably close to that organ transplant question you were asking me about. And I thought about it, honestly. I thought about Lauder, and I thought, it could be that same situation. And, this all kind of, maybe it's the compatibility. Maybe we're looking for something for Lauder, right? Is it me? Am I the one, Doctor?
That's right. The body on top of the bed is your body. I've placed you into a artificial one.
How'd you do that? You're pretty smart, Doctor.
It isn't just my own ability. It's I encountered somebody who taught me how to do this. And I believe I owe you an explanation.
That would be great. Mighty fine.
My daughter. She was in an accident, and she suffered wounds so severe that she was no longer able to maintain her own body. And I thought that, foolishly at the time, I thought that perhaps I'd be able to at least preserve her mind, her brain, in short. So, the body that you're currently in is an artificial one. It's something like a doll. I moved your brain into it. My daughter wasn't able to adapt to an artificial body, you see. By the time I had the technology to try, it turns out that she'd spent too much time as just a brain in a cylinder.
I see.
But
And you're proposing, then, the move to, Lauder, move into this boat of mine, my old boat, and
That's
I'll
right.
stay in this new boat.
Well, you and my daughter have a compatibility rating of 98%, and the artificial body that you're in currently, has 97% with you.
I see.
You've noticed, right? Over the last few days, you feel better and better.
I have noticed. So what happened then with the vision? Do you know?
That was just a brief glitch. I quickly fixed it.
And is there anything to say there won't be more, glitches? And have you tested out your theory with Lauder and the bodies that you've had?
The technology given to me by them, it's perfect. There's no immediately pressing issue that will arise from you continuing to use that artificial body, but I should be honest, this is my first time with it, so I also can't guarantee what will happen in the future.
I see. And, well, I suppose I don't have much choice, huh?
I'd like you to give your body to my daughter.
And what happens then? Do we just live together? Do we, what happens if if she has something that happens to her and we have the same face and same body, you know, do we have the same fingerprints as well?
You would, yes. But you'd be able to go on with your regular life if that's what you would like. We won't bother you any further.
Well, I can't say I know what my regular life is, but...
Your memories, that was just a side effect of how we chose to bring you here. You should be getting them back very soon.
Oh, I see, and... Well, I mean, honestly, Doc, Lauder's a sweet girl, and... You know, I feel like even though I don't know a single thing about myself, I feel like she deserves this, at least, if I can help. You know, I feel like an artificial body, it seems like it's not that bad. I can open doors and whatnot, and, you know, so I'll say okay as long as you're my doctor for the rest of my life, Marlo. Can't back out on that one.
You're kind. That's a very small price to pay. Thank you.
Of course. Now turn her back on. This is dreadful. Oh my goodness. You just pulled the plug on her. I can't believe this.
It's one of the downsides of being a brain in a cylinder. Once I put her to sleep, she's out for a few hours.
Oh.
But if you'd like to visit, we'll always welcome you.
Oh, for sure. I would love to.
Okay. So do you consent to giving your body to Lauder then?
I do. In the hopes, Delilah just hopes Lauder does not become like a masterclass thief with her fingerprint.
Well, in that case, then. Your vision goes slowly dark, and everything fades out around you. And then you awaken.
Oh my goodness, I'm dead.
You look around yourself and realize that you're standing in front of your own home. All of your memories seem to have returned to you, and you remember all the things that happened the last few days at the odd hospital. And as you're looking up at the bright blue sky, you realize suddenly that it's very faint, but the vision in your right eye, it seems to be a little less saturated than you remember it being. Whether you've returned home in your own body or a different artificial one, you have no way of knowing.
Interesting. Well, I sure hope Marlo put their number in my phone or something. Where's my phone? Oh, my goodness.
You do find your phone. You have all your items.
Oh, good.
And with that, we conclude Katashiro. Otsukaresama!
You and I are one now.
You've become one, you're right.
Oh yeah, we're the same.
Hell yeah.
Wow, let's go.
What did you think, my love?
It was great. It was really interesting. I had like an inkling of a feeling that like as the puzzles are going on, I was like, oh, it has to be something with the daughter. Oh no. But I had like this bad feeling because I think, I was just scared. So when you were like, oh, go in the room and there's a figure, I was like, oh God, it's gonna be like a big scary figure and I'm gonna lose all my HP.
When I tested this on my mod Red, he too tried to take like the instruments and he was like, I'm gonna fight with it. But, like, I think the turn of this scenario is definitely that like there's no big boss fight.
Yeah. It's like an internal fight. Like you figure out what you want to do. Yeah.
And like the doctor will never do something unless you give them consent. Like they're just a sad person who just wants to have their daughter back. Like
yeah, for sure.
So it's unfortunate, I think, is how I interpret the scenario.
Definitely.
Yeah.
It's a sad scenario.
Did you have any questions?
Is there anything I missed out on?
You didn't miss out on anything, but I think food for thought is. So the doctor at the end is very earnestly asking you for your consent. But you also have to keep in mind the fact that the daughter very specifically talked about people who were there before you and have kind of disappeared. And there's this big list of people, right?
Right.
Yeah, so you're not really sure what
you don't know what happened
to them. Yeah, so that's just one thing to keep in mind about the result of this scenario. It's very gray.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it makes sense, right? With all the puzzles, like the first one, that one kind of ties in with like the prisoner's dilemma. I think it's really interesting. Yeah.
Oh, you did miss a couple things. So if during the puzzles you had asked the doctor, what do you think about every single puzzle? So for the first one, the prisoner's dilemma, the doctor says that they will confess because they acted a little bit guilty about it. Like they feel a little bit guilty to be doing this to you. So they're like, I would confess to this crime, right?
Exactly.
And then in the second one, the ship of Theseus, the doctor does reply that they would believe that it's the same ship.
Yeah.
But we did briefly talk about that. Yeah. But that's really it.
Very interesting. Yeah, this is great.
Yeah,
Did you play it yourself when you found it, or you just read it?
No, I didn't get to play it. This is actually a scenario that's written by my favorite tabletop streamer. His name is Dism, and he's like an amazing role player. He role plays mostly in Japanese or only in Japanese. But he's built a live set of this, so I might show it to you later.
Oh wow, that's so interesting.
Super cool.
Yeah.
But in that case, thank you so much for joining me, Rin.
Thank you.
And hopefully you play again next time.
Yeah, for sure. Thank you for having me. I would love to. And thanks, Sue. You did great. I'm sorry I called you out that time. I wasn't sure if it was intentional.
No, it wasn't intentional. That was my fault. I was like, crap. Like that could have been a clue, so I totally get it. But I just messed up. But yeah.
Okay. So I will be popping off then. Thank you guys.
All right, thanks.
Good night.
Bye.
Yay, everybody! Katashiro! A scenario that translates roughly to halfway white. It's a very gray kind of scenario, so it's very, very interesting. But I'm going to now be transitioning over to just chatting on Twitch. It's my last stream on Twitch before I hit affiliate. So if I see you there, I'll see you there. And otherwise, have a good night, everybody. Good night. I hope you enjoyed. Yeah, and good night.